Carl Berg is an amazing story of self-made success. A vending machine repairman who paid his own way through college. He turned his real estate investments into a highly coveted portfolio he sold for more than $1 billion. Now he's in the venture capital game, investing in tech and the life science industry, a topic that is a real passion for me. Joining me now in a CNBC exclusive is Carl Berg. Carl, good to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us. So almost a year ago, you sold your real estate portfolio for $1.3 billion. Now you run Berg & Berg and are backing a number of interesting technology companies. Why did you cut your exposure to real estate as much as you did?
Well, I'd been in the business for 45 years and just felt it was a good time to get out. During that entire time, I've been in venture capital. My first real estate deal was actually a venture capital deal, where we invested in the company that leased our building. And so I've been doing that for 45 years.
Where are you seeing the opportunity in venture capital right now? I know you're active in life sciences. How big is the opportunity? What are you seeing?
I think it's absolutely huge. The company that we have, Berg, has the opportunity to revolutionize healthcare.
Yeah, I love this idea. I've been looking at, the idea of sensors very closely, inserting a sensor into your bloodstream, and then it'll alert you to when you're going to have a heart attack and tell you to go to the doctor, or, taking pictures of a skin disease in India and having the best doctors all around the world look at it because of the technology. So what specific areas do you find most exciting in terms of where the growth is right now in life sciences?
Well, it's the approach we're taking on this is we're using biology to determine the differences between a healthy person and a person that has a disease. Then we're taking all of that data, and we exclude no data whatsoever. And we're taking all of that data and running it through supercomputers. And with that process and the patented process we use, we're able to come up with biomarkers and drug targets. And if we're successful, and all indications are we will be, we'll be able to revolutionize the drug industry. And the other thing that we do, we work only with proteins that exist in the body. So this eliminates most, if not all, of the side effects and toxicity.
I see.
If what we're doing works, it just changes everything.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a similar opportunity as 23andMe, of course, started by Anne Wojcicki, where, you can spit into a tube and then they can extract the DNA and tell you various diseases that you're susceptible to. Is that similar to what you're talking about?
Not really. It's kind of an approach, a slightly different approach. We're actually primarily looking for drug targets and biomarkers that can determine the disease. And for example, our first drug is a cancer drug that's now being tested at MD Anderson and Cornell in New York City, and we're going to start later this week in Palo Alto Medical Foundation.
That's terrific. And it sounds so innovative. Let me ask you, you were one of the first investors in Sun Micro. That was a big hit for you. Integrated Devices Technology, another one of your companies. What's your take on the evolvement of the technology space in terms of cloud computing, the boom in some of these retail areas like smartphones and tablets, social media? Do you think there's a bigger growth potential in life sciences as it relates to technology as opposed to some of these other areas of tech that we're zeroing in on so much, like the cloud?
Well, I think the life sciences are going to take advantage of all these new things that are happening. The technology market is going to radically change over the next 2 or 3 years. We're going to see a whole new generation of technology in the technology market also. But fundamentally, biotech is going to take advantage of this, and that's what our company does. We do 41 trillion transactions on a supercomputer, and then we get results. And one of the things that's really amazing that we're able to do, we get a result that looks like a PC board, and then we're able to overlay cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity on top of each other and understand the connections between each one of these diseases.
Yeah, which is why we see Watson working so closely with folks like Cleveland Clinic, and Watson working alongside healthcare companies. A supercomputer really is able to digest information and data so much faster than humans.
No, with some of the technology that'll be coming out in the next year or two, when we first started using our platform, it was taking us up to a month or so to get all of the data back from the computer operator.
Right.
Now we're doing that in a day or two, and in the near future, we'll probably be able to do that in hours.
Great stuff. Carl, good to have you on the program. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. We appreciate your time tonight. A Washington scandal or a misleading headline? The New York Post reporting that the